Hello and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranch. What are you doing? And today I'm gonna give you some prelim fights for UFC Vegas 20. Huh? Vegas 20, correct. Okay, if you're new to my show, what I do is I take my favorite sports handicappers and I take their free picks from YouTube or the internet and I place their picks side by side on the board depending on who they take. Then after I write down all the cappers' picks, I put my own picks on there. Okay, that's basically the whole video of me doing that. And I do it for the purposes of gambling. Speaking of that, last week I went, for UFC Vegas 19. I'm just gonna do a quick recap of how I did over the weekend. I didn't do that bad. Okay. Believe me, this will be brief. I'll put a time check in there. Start with early. These aren't in the correct order. Okay, I won Sergey Spivak over Jared Vandera. I lost. Eddie Wineland lost to John Castaneda. Jared Gordon nailed that decision, just like I wrote there. Nailed that one. Medical, that Jamal Emmers, Chaz Skelly. Was that the back spasms? Anyway, I'm proud of this one. I flipped my bet after the weigh-ins, and I took, see where it says flip? I took Eamon Zahabi. After I saw the weigh-ins, thank you, Clint. Diehard MMA, because you're the one that pointed out that Eamon Zahabi at the weigh-ins was looking good. Then I got that right, Casey O'Neill. Except I said within distance, I said, and what happened? KO round 2. That was a good set. Jakar close. He got somebody in his coach's corner there. Somebody had COVID positive. I got the Nate Landwehr. I got that one wrong. Because I picked him and he got knocked out. That was a I shouldn't have flipped that pick. Tom Aspinall, KO. I lost that bet because I said KO. Second round, too. I picked the round, but he subbed him. Instead of knocking him out. Oh, well, whatever. Shit happens. Rafael Alves missed weight by 12 pounds. Yeah, I mean, that's a total weight. I discussed that already. So that was off. I did bad here. Phil Hawes, he won by decision. I got that wrong. Derek Minner beat Charles Rosa by decision. Got that wrong. Chris Dawkins, though, TKO round 2. I had him picked round 1, but still, that counts as it's green. It worked for a parlay. I'm very happy that Yana Kunitskaya, she got the decision. A lot of people were saying, I was watching it with Vlad on UFC Celebrities and Classics and people in their chat, and they was like, she got robbed. No, she didn't. Caitlin Vieira just tried to hug it out and tried to smother her, but as she was holding her down to that control time, Yana Kunitskaya was popping her. Pop, 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 pop. I think she outstruck her like 174-16. And these guys in the chat, in the Vlad's chat, were like, that's right. No, so what I did, I gave a super chat. And in the super chat, I put, Yana Kunitskaya just paid for this chat. There you go. Because I was the only one in that chat that was taking Yana Kunitskaya. Very happy. And then, thankfully, I hedged this bet. Even though I did pick Curtis Blades, I'll take the loss on paper. But on Bet Online, I hedged Derek Lewis for knockout because, you know, you got to. The chance is always there. So, 7-5 overall. Not bad. You know, still came out a winner because of that Ayman Zahabi and Yanakunis guy. The big underdog bets pay out pretty well. Okay, so you see that wasn't long. Time check. I don't even have my watch on, but here we go. The first fight, we've got a light heavyweight fight between Winston. There you go, thank you. Between Justin, people are saying Jacoby, Jacoby, but I think it's Jacoby. That's what I'm gonna. Dustin Jacoby, the Hanya. What is that? The Hanya. He's 13-5 as a fighter. He's coming in taking on Maxim Grishin, Maximus. Maxim Grishin, he's been around. Record of 31 wins, 8 losses, and 2 draws. He's the underdog here at plus 160. Jacoby, the favorite, at minus 185. These odds are from Bet Online. The over-under is set at 2.5 rounds. Either way, minus 115 to place that bet. Okay, Dustin Jacoby, he's his last fight was a win against Justin Ledet, TKO'd him, and he is a fighter from Factory X. On Tapology, it says something like Finney's Hit Squad, but James Lynch corrected it, and he's now from Factory X. Maxim Grishin, Maximus. He's a Russian fighting Akhmat Fight Club, but and nobody's questioned that. He's coming off a win over Gadza Muradad Antigulov. Knocked him out. KO, TKO. Okay, so here we go. Taking Dustin Jacoby, we've got It's Your Boy. First out with the picks, which I love. eBay's, he's saying Jacoby by decision. Okay, also taking the Hanya is MMA Fortune Teller. The Teller. Also taking Jacoby, the favorite. Minus 185 favorite. Okay, James Lynch. He interviewed both these guys. What a pro. James Lynch, awesome. Yeah, he interviewed both the guys, and he's predicting Jacoby. He thinks just straight up, he tells you straight up, Jacoby's a better fighter. He's predicting a KO either second or third round for James Lynch. Then, just hot off the, still on probably, it's definitely still on. I just watched Clint in the Die Hard MMA podcast just to get these picks. On his show, his guest today is Manfield from Lock of the Night. Fortunate to get 2 good cappers all in one shot during one show. So, both of Clint and Lock of the Night, Manfield, are both picking Dustin Jacoby. Clint is saying by knockout, by KO, and Lock of the Night, I don't think he really specified his way of victory. So that would make this a full capper. Whoa! Hold that marker. We have one capper I watched before I watched, because I just watched Clint. I mean, like I said, it's streaming right now. Clint, his Die Hard MMA podcast is streaming right now, and the guest is Lock of the Night. I just watched them but it's getting late. I have to do this video before I go to bed. So, earlier in the day, though, I watched another one that comes out early. You know who he is. MMA Guru with the knit cap from the UK. Oh, I gotta write that big Gotta write it big for MMA Guru because he's the only one taking Maxim Grisham. MMA Guru, not to be confused with MMA Prediction Guru or MMA Fighting Guru. Those are other gurus. This is just the straight up MMA Guru. It's debatable on who came first. I really couldn't. I don't care. Who cares? He's saying Grisham by decision. At plus 160, man, I might have to. Oh, I like that plus money on a, you know. Whew. I mean, my pick here, I'm gonna have to go with. I have to hold on. I gotta press pause a second. I don't know what. Nora left the computer on a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My daughter left some weird background, non-copyrighted background music on. Thanks for looking out for me, Nora, but I'm good. Anyway, I'm taking with these guys. I guess I'm gonna take Dustin, Jacoby. You know, go with the majority of the cappers. His favorite too, but I'm gonna put a prop, and I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him by knockout. Okay, knockout. We'll say second round. This time I'm not gonna. That Andre Arlovsky and Tom Aspinall. I picked second round. I should have just picked Tom Aspinall round 2. That's what I should have did. But I was like, I think he's gonna knock him out round 2. I picked KO TKO round 2 instead, and he submitted him. Unreal. Anyway, whatever. I still banked off that because I had him in a parlay. Going back to this, I'm sorry to get off topic. I'm taking Jacoby to win by a knockout in the second round this time. Okay, moving on. Next, we've got at Batman weight, or bantamweight, we've got Ronnie Lawrence, the Heat, coming on. This is his UFC debut. He's from the Contender Series. He's taking on Vince Cachero. Vince Cachero, this is a second UFC fight. Lawrence comes in the record of 6-1 as a pro. He's the favorite at minus 155. The anomaly, Vince Cachero, comes in with a record of 70-3. He's the underdog at plus 135. Over under is set at 2.5 rounds. I double checked this, and yeah, the over is minus 300, but the under is plus 240 on this fight, according to Bet Online. And yeah, it's right here, so I can actually, I'll show you. I printed it out just to show. Vince Cachero, right? Yeah, Vince Cachero, Ronnie Lawrence. See that right by my thumb? Where is it? Yeah, Vince Cachero. Follow that over. Minus 300. Plus 240. Plus 240. That's a good payout. I think I wrote this one down. Yeah, I wrote this one. That's not plus 240. Sorry about that. But anyway. Ronnie Lawrence is fighting out of Sanford MMA. You've got a couple good schools. Vince Cachero is fighting out of Factory X. Okay, Ronnie Lawrence in his UFC in the Contender Series. His last fight was a win against Jose Johnson by unanimous decision. Vince Cachero, his last fight was that loss to Jamal Emmers, unanimous decision loss for the Anomaly. Okay, here we go. Taking Ronnie Lawrence. Lock of the night, Manpreet. He's leaning it. He's still got to look at more. He's got to watch more tape, he said, to be honest, but he is leaning that way. Clint, however, likes the value of Vince Cachero. He thinks this is a live dog. Plus 135 right now. So Clint is, and he was giving arguments of why he thinks Cachero can come out on top. The links to all these cappers will be in the description, guys. Definitely check out their stuff. Subscribe to them. They wouldn't be on my show unless they were worth a watch. I watch a ton of these guys, so. Okay, so that's cool. They're split on that. Then we've got MMA Guru. He's saying Ronnie Lawrence by decision. James Lynch interviewed both again and is going with Cachero. But he was going to see the decision prop. He looked it up. It's like 2 something, but he said he must just take him to win at plus 135. And the MMA fortune teller taking Ronnie Lawrence. Finally, it's your boy, eBay's taking Cachero by decision. Now this is, I'm going to be honest, I did lose money. No, actually I picked Jamal Emmers to beat Cachero, so, and I won. I won by fading Cachero, but I don't like that this guy, Ronnie Lawrence, Cachero lost to Jamal Emmers, which is a big, I wish I saw him fight last week, but I like Jamal Emmers. He's a good fighter. And I picked him to win this past weekend, but he got the back spasms, didn't he? Or did Scully? I think Jamal Emmers got him. Anyway, medical something. They were like in the ring or something. Anyway, Vince Cachero. You guys, when in doubt, dog or pass. Wants to take the points. I'm taking Vince Cachero plus 135. We got James Lynch and Clint both seeing value there in 135. James Lynch was even thinking about putting the prop on it by decision, but and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm taking him by decision. Like I said, I don't have really much time to watch tape. So that's why these guys condense all that for me. You see what I'm getting at? That's the whole purpose of this show. And that's the information I got. I'm taking Cachero by decision. Moving on. Sorry it took so long with that. That was a good one though. I was the tiebreaker. Even with the picks because these guys same link split. So that's why that was. Finally, we've got, this is going to be a good fight. Both muscle-bound beasts. We got light heavyweight fight between Alonzo Menifield and William Nightmare Knight. Alonzo Menifield comes in with a record of 9-2, minus 105. They're pretty much at a pick-em. William Knight, record of 9-1. He's at minus 115. The over under 1.5 rounds. Over minus 130. Under plus 100. Put that parlay that. It might pay out pretty good. So, here we go. Alonzo Menifield fights out of Fortis MMA. He's got a 3-inch reach advantage. He's coming off back-to-back losses. He's got a loss to Ovin St. Preux. OSP knocked him out with a counter left hook. And unanimous decision loss to Devin Clark before that. Okay, William Knight is coming off a win against Alexa Kamur by decision. He fights out of Thornton MMA. You know who else fights out of there? Out of Hartford, Connecticut? Parker Porter. That's right, the Parker Porter. So, take in Alonzo Menifield. We've got the professional James Lynch. He was not able to, these guys, neither one of these guys interview. Actually, he couldn't get a hold of Knight. He tried to go through his agent. Menifield, he did manage to talk to him. Menifield said he doesn't want to do media pre-fight. He'll do an interview post-fight, after the interview, after the fight, but so that's kind of good. He's putting his head into the fight. Doesn't want to care about media, Instagram. I take that as no. James Lynch didn't mention anything like that. That's my note. But he did mention that Menifield is told him, I'll do something after the fight. No media before fight. Taking William Knight, though, we've got the MMA guru. He's got a 3rd round finish for Knight. 3rd round. So William Knight in the 3rd. Then we've got Clint, who, if you listen, he's in the background talking about what fight are they on? They got to be up there. It's been out for a while. Alexa Davis, Sabina Mazo, maybe, or Montana De La Rosa. Yeah, it's got to be that one or it's probably Angela Hill and Ashley Yoder. It's one of those. It's one of the female fights they're on. But anyway, back to this. I'm sorry. I jump off topic all the time. I got a problem with that. Lock of the night, Manpreet. He's going the other way. He's taking William Knight. And he's saying by decision. I like when there's a little disagreement but this is a good fight. Both of them, like I said, it's pretty much a pick-em. Then we've got it's your boy eBay's taking Menifield TKO 2nd round. And finally, the MMA fortune teller making this yet another tie. This is going to be a tough fight for me to predict. I mean, I'm on the fence. They're both going to be sloppy and gassed out in the 2nd round, I think, because they're so muscle bound. They're going to put a lot of, or they can play the peekaboo show. I'm going to keep away from you. You're going to keep away from me. And we're going to measure each other out for the 1st round. If they do that, then they can go in the 2nd round. But, both of them are muscle bound. I think Knight a little bit more muscular than Menifield, and muscles require a lot of oxygen, and it just seems like the leaner guys can last. They have better cardio. Muscle bound the guys with more muscle gas out a little bit earlier. Fat guys gas out the fastest. But I'm just saying. I'm going to have to just go with, Alonzo Menifield, those 2 losses coming off were against OSP and Devin Clark. There's no shame in that, but William Knight is wrecking people. Alexa Kamur, though, decision. Yeah, this is a tough fight, but you know what? I'm gonna go with Alonzo Menifield here. I'm on the fence. Of course, I'm gonna do this parlay here because I'm a man of my word, but I'm really not. I'm not confident at all with this fight. Least confident one of the card. I'm more confident with the Cachero. Plus, there's no positive numbers here, so I don't really know. I'm gonna say Menifield's. If it goes tonight, it goes to decision. Knight's won a decision. He's won against Alexa Kamir, his last fight. I guess I'm gonna have to go Menifield like TKO or finish round 2. Round 2. That's what I'm gonna do. Round 2. Menifield winning in round 2. There you go. Within distance, you can say that, but it's. I don't know. That's tight. I don't know if it's gonna go over that, but there you have it. So to recap, time check. I keep forgetting I took my watch off, but all right. I've got Dustin Jacoby. What's his Hanya? The Hanya. What is that? What is that? I got the Hanya beating Maxim Grishin by TKO or in the second round. Then I have Vince Cachero beating Ronnie Lawrence by decision. It's going to be a tough one. It might be probably a split decision. It's going to be too close. And my least confident pick of the 3, I'm taking Alonzo Menifield to bounce back off his last two. You don't want to be a professional UFC fighter and get 3 losses in a row. You just can't do that. You won't last. Doesn't Dana do like 3 fight contracts? So yeah, 3 is a big number. I'm taking it, and he's 2 in a row right now. He does not want. That's why he's not doing media. He's not messing with. That's why I'm taking Menifield. Knight, he's probably not doing media either, but that, at least Alonzo Menifield could talk to James Lynch. Knight, have my agents do it. Whatever. Anyway, I've got Alonzo Menifield winning in the second round. Hopefully, ground and pound or something. So there you have it. Gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching and dealing with me tonight. Give me that thumbs up. I love that. Feel free to leave comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that. I make videos just about every single night on the UFC fights. If there's no UFC fights, I do a video for either hockey. I haven't done a soccer one in a while, but NCAA, basketball, and anyway, hit the bell. I do videos all the time. 5 days out of the week, all right? Sometimes twice a day. So good luck on did I say gather info? Yeah, I did all that. Good luck on these bets, and I'll see you next episode.